Hello, everyone. I would like to take a classic quote from Satoshi Nakamoto. If you don't believe me, I am sorry. I don't have time to convince you. To kick off the in-depth analysis of the Matic Dao ecological program, Polygon is a leader in the Ethernet layer to circuit. Compared to Ethereum chain, Polygon's scalability, transaction speeds, and gas fees are all more advantageous. Number of smart contracts deployed on Polygon chain right now. It has greatly surpassed Ether. Ethernet has a transaction rate of 15 transactions per second. Polygon, 5,000 transactions per second. Reflected in transaction costs. Polygon's trading fees, only 0.01% of Ether. On average, we help Ether ecosystem users every day save $150 million in transaction fees, both in terms of technical applications and economic effects. Polygon has a huge advantage. This also determines its token. Matic has huge upside. It's full of imagination. Matic Dao. It was organized and founded by India Matic believers. Its commitment for the average cryptocurrency user provide a secure, stable and long-lasting platform, helping more common users in the Web 3.0 era. Wealth creation, wealth harvesting. It's just in the initial public beta stage. It has quickly gained the recognition and trust of Matic enthusiasts. Now, India, Europe and America, China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, Southeast Asia, Middle East. A number of Matic enthusiasts from their countries and regions actively participating in. Arguably, most players are convinced of Matic's future huge uptrend. People's biggest worry is still that the project won't last, for fear of being cut into leaks. So today we're going to take an in-depth look at what makes Matic Dao safe, stable and long-lasting. First point, the death knell of all internet finance projects is that bubbles can't be eliminated. Matic Dao plays a straight open hand. Make the rules clear to all players in advance. 50% of all player pledges are used to build the pool. Mining pool data is open and transparent in case the pool runs out. The smart contract then automatically activates the DeFi subsidy mechanism for a liquidation restart, using MDD tokens that already have high value, not a worthless air token, subsidizing players who lose money every round. Scientific elimination of liabilities for the current round, restarting the next round of operations. Everyone operates under the premise of agreeing to this rule. Truly debt-free and decentralized. Neither players nor DAO promoters have to worry about liabilities. Second point, under what circumstances will the mining pool be mined out? It's the people in the back who are afraid of losing money and being the bottom of the barrel. I am afraid to staking. That's what caused the mining pool to run out of liquidity. Build 1% benefit contracts in advance now. Used to subsidize the last 300 users. Full disclosure of welfare contract data. That way people don't have to worry about padding. Example. Suppose the total water flow is 1 billion Matic. 1 billion x 1% 10 million Matic. The average score. The last 300 users. That's 33,000 per user. In Matic Dao, proceeds from final participation in pledges, probably more than the gains from the previous pledges. People prefer to be the last to pledge. This way the pool will have a constant flow of liquidity. Add in, so the mining pool won't be mined out. Long-term sustainable operation. Third point, establishment of 10% DeFi contracts in advance. Used to subsidize in the unlikely event that the DAO contract needs to be restarted. gold standard and currency standard. At the same time, all the players who have not returned to the capital, as long as the gold standard or currency standard is back in play, just don't participate in the subsidy. Whenever a past project fails to withdraw, that means a crash. And often there is no solution on the project management side. It's up to the community team leaders themselves to take on the responsibility of dealing with. And that's why people are afraid to go promote and develop marketing. And the Matic Dao, from the very beginning, just put 10% of everyone's pledges into the DeFi contract. Prepare sufficient funds in advance. Then, using the mechanism of decentralized financial DeFi, issuance of MDD, a high-value token that only goes up and not down, used to solve the problem of losses players. This way both players and DAO organizations, all without having to worry about players losing money. Example: suppose the total DAO staking translation is 1 billion Matic. The DAO contract needs to be restarted. 1 billion x 10%, 100 million Matic. Assuming the price of Matic was $10 per piece at that time, 100 million Matic x $10, 1 BN. Us 1 billion LP pool. It's also a very big, very stable DeFi pool. It's rare to see LP pools that large in the DeFi sector. MDD token price is predicted to be above $100 per token. Subsidized MDD for players released in 10 months. The subsequent release of earnings can be very high. DAO contract restart. All new and old players pledged Matic. After restart, continue again 10% into the LP pool, continuing to push up MDD token price. Matic Dao does not only consider how the project will take off, prioritize getting everyone's worries out of the way at the outset. It's solved in advance with smart contracts. Truly secure, stable, long-lasting and unending. Fourth point. Double cycle drive. Players need to pledge after 2x release small cycle plus mining pools. In case the mining pool is exhausted. DAO contract restart. All players need to be pledged, grand cycle. After pledge, adds another 50% new liquidity to the mining pool. And so the cycle drives the mining pool to bigger and bigger. Players can accelerate the 2x release of revenue through introductions. Large community guilds. It's possible to accelerate the release of a round in a single day. Acceleration with introductions. You can achieve your goal of owning 1 million Matic token in Matic Dao. Point 5. Matic MDD Dual Token Drive. 19 October 14 November. Just 15 days. Matic's token price ranges from 0.5 U token. Then it went up to 0.98 U per token. Many players involved in pledging in 0.5 U. Not only did you double your amount in token, and double value the price. That's the equivalent of making 4 times as much in just 15 days. When the bull market coming, it's very easy for Matic token to go up dozens of times. Actually, Matic prices keep going up. It's for the whole Matic Dao ecosystem, infused with a steady stream of blood production. Plus the logic that MDD only goes up and not down, can really make money for all participants. The above 5 points. A deep analysis of the advantages of Matic DAO's security, stability and longevity. If not involved in the Matic Dao pledge, it's just buy-sell token speculation or future contract, easily cleaned off by fluctuating short-term market changes. It's like Bitcoin. When it went from $100 to $60,000, I don't know how many people have been cleansed by the fluctuating and changing short-term market. How many regrets have been caused? Today, Matic DAO's economic program is already perfect. Can really do zero bubble. Safe, stable, long-lasting. Participation in Matic Dao. You can staking with confidence. More than that, you can go all out with your sermons. Earn more Matic token. Matic Dao can help participating players survive in bear markets. Arriving at the bull market. Earn more token in a bear market. Make a lot of money by getting out of tokens when the bull market hits. When people do anything, it's got to be bold. To make something of yourself. Change one's fortune. There must be a sense of vigor and confidence. Lamentably, some people don't talk about gumption anymore. I just can't even try to pledge 100 Matic. And they call themselves industry gurus. A 1% daily dividend is not enough. And I hope the project lasts a long time. You want to make money, and you're not willing to pay for it. What's even sadder is that you're really leaving the industry. It's not like you know what you can do. You'll end up living like a dog. Or even become a refugee from the cryptocurrency world. Still obsessively playing with platform token. Community tokens. The single-minded pursuit of 1,000 or 10,000 times more tokens. It's all immature. The only way to do this is to carefully analyze the application logic behind the tokens and economic value. Long-term layout of potential mainstream tokens. Finding ways to keep increasing the number of mainstream tokens in your hands. You can make a lot of money when the bull market is coming. Every time there's a bull market in cryptocurrency, it's all about Bitcoin production cuts and related to technological advances in Ethereum chain. In other words, April 2nd 0 to 4, Bitcoin halved, and Ethereum layer to scaling solutions. It's the engine of the next bull market. If you've stepped out of the previous 3 major bull markets, well, this time, don't ever step out of the Ethereum layer to bull market again. Matic is a leader in the Ethereum chain layer to track. Now it's deafening. It's going to break through the clouds. Stories of previous riches will certainly be in the next bull market. Switching to layer to stories. Restage. Don't miss out, people, on this chance to change your life against the odds.